So by now, everyone that's been tuned in should know that everyone involved has been denied bond and is being held by the feds.
They ain't getting out.
A picture of Big 30 on the jail yacht has already hit the internet, and Pooh Shiesty has hired a powerhouse of a legal team.
There is no contract, this mystery contract. They have no contract. They have no video of this alleged signing of a contract. They have no guns. They have no jewelry. They have none of that physical evidence. What they have is they have allegedly 5 individuals, one of them being a very well-known individual.
He ain't gonna tell. See, the lawyer ain't gonna tell you what they do have, though. What they do have is a picture of the people that was with Pooh Shiesty with the Rolexes that they just robbed on social media. That's what they do have, with the same clothes on. That they do have. They do have 2 witnesses that were there and corroborate the story. They do have footage of them going to Staples and printing out the contract. The lawyer's just lying.
Individual that is allegedly cooperating with the government and making these allegations against my client and many more.
Yeah. Now, clearly his lawyer is sending shots at none other than the infamous Gooch, and I have new paperwork with some details y'all are gonna want to see. But first and foremost, there are people out there spreading a narrative that Gucci said nothing. He was with an off-duty cop who was his security, and that's who snitched. No, bitch. This is coming from one of the biggest Gucci fans since I was 15. Gucci snitched. According to the federal paper.
Why do y'all care about that? Shit is disturbing as fuck to me. Why do y'all care so much?
He had 2 security officers, one of which stayed in the lobby of the building, the other staying in the vehicle, and neither of the 2 ever entering the recording studio. After Gucci was robbed and brought out of the booth and into the control room where everyone else was getting robbed, his security guard who was in the lobby saw Big 30 blocking the door. That's when both guards attempted to push through the door, only to see Pooh Shiesty's gang with more Drakes than that lookalike contest. So in reality, the security didn't actually witness any of the robbing or kidnapping. They just saw commotion at the end and guns drawn. But let's look at the finer details. I was able to obtain the incident report from the Dallas Police Department, which states they responded to a robbery in which suspect Pooh Shiesty had the complainant at gunpoint and took the complainant's property. The suspect description would say he was wearing black pants, a black shirt, and a black ski mask, while the victim was none other than Roderick Delantic Davis, aka Gucci Mane. Now, the victim-suspect relationship would say they were acquainted, and the incident report would also name the 2 other victims with Gucci. Now again, everyone was saying, oh, they robbed the security who was a cop and that's who snitched. Shut the fuck up. MM in the federal paperwork is confirmed to be Matthew Marzal, Gucci's personal photographer. And BP is confirmed to be 46-year-old Brandon Putman.
Gotcha.
Now things get even more interesting here. BP is a private chef closely associated to Gucci Mane, as he can be seen not only wearing a 1017 chain, but sporting 1017 clothing as well as attending many events such as Gucci's birthday. But things go back way further than that. BP is one of Sun Valley's originals. Sun Valley being the old apartments located in Zone 6 on Atlanta's east side of Boulder Crest Road. A hood Gucci has famously rapped about for years, and the same hood OJ the Juice Man came up out of, which is why they'd all be pictured together. BP would be tagged in old photos of Gucci in the hood, showing this wasn't just a personal chef, this was a very close friend of Gucci, possibly considered family. And in that same photo, BP would comment classic, to which someone replied, not one rat or coward among us. Well, BP would also make the news back in 2010 after Clayton County and Fulton County authorities seized over 300 pounds of marijuana valued at $1.7 million, while seizing almost $200,000 in cash, multiple vehicles, and a gun. So BP wasn't just anybody, he was a
real nigga, man, but you know.
But inside of that music recording studio, he'd get his chain snatched, his pockets ran, and BP would identify not 1, not 2, but 4 of the suspects by name and Instagram handles. Now let's talk about Gucci. The incident report would state the responding officer met with complainant 1, Roderick Davis, and the 2 other victims who stated they were robbed at gunpoint by 6 or 7 unknown suspects wearing black attire. So this is stating Gucci was one of 3 suspects who told police he was robbed.
It's that time of the year again, tax time, which is always stressful. Maybe you owe back taxes, or you have unfiled returns. Or maybe you pulled money from your 401k and you got an unexpected bill. No matter the reason, the outcome is always the same. Penalties grow. You could owe money to the IRS, not even know it, and have no plan on how you're gonna pay them back. Let me tell you something right now. The IRS is not waiting. They can take your money through wage garnishments, means they can just take money straight out your paycheck. They can seize your properties, and they can file without your consent. But with over 15 years in business, Tax Network USA has seen it all, and they've resolved over $1 billion in debt. Yes, I said 1 billion, my guy. No matter how big or small, they help taxpayers get back on track. And they can do the same for you, but you have to call now. They're offering a free investigation call with the IRS, and after you get off that call, they'll put a clear plan in place for you. Do not wait for another IRS letter. Call 866-418-6263 or visit tnusa.com/Mula, or just click the link below. Taxes is a so you better stay on top of it.
Now, the actual statements have been redacted under Texas law, but police were told exactly what was taken by who.
Now listen,
Gucci told officers
this is why I
he was
think
robbed
this shit
of
is
30.
weird. I've said this 100 times. I just keep finding. So I Googled. I said, what is a rat or snitch in the streets? It says a rat or a snitch in the street is a person who betrays their associates, their group, or their neighborhood by informing law enforcement or opponents about illegal activities to gain leniency, money, or personal advantage. While often used interchangeably, a snitch often acts out of self-interest for a deal, whereas a rat is reviewed as a deeper traitor who breaks trust with their own team. So why the fuck are y'all so obsessed with this man telling the police something? He's not a rat. He's not a snitch. If his dad told police if Pooh Shiesty dad told police what happened and he had something to do with it, he's a snitch. If Big 30 tells the feds like, yeah, Pooh Shiesty robbed him, I was there, I held the door, he's a snitch. Gucci Mane is not a snitch for getting robbed. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? And if Gucci Mane is a snitch for getting robbed when he's the victim, then that means Lil Tim and Quando Rondo is a snitch too for telling the police what happened with King Von, right? No, nobody said that though, right? Everybody was cool. Y'all niggas' ass is weird, bro.
$600 in cash.
If y'all care this much about him, bro, I don't
watch
know what
valued
to
at
tell you,
$250,000, alleged to be the same watch gifted to him by his wife for his birthday, and his wedding ring worth $50K, while his earrings were worth another $250,000, meaning Gucci was robbed for a total of $553,600. BP got for his 1017 pendant worth $20K, and the cameraman got hit for his Rollies and Louis worth around $96,000 total. So in all, Shiesty is made off with over $600,000 worth of shit.
And a contract.
Now, how would the police know exactly what was taken from Gucci? Because he told them. Y'all really think Gucci security was in a whole nother area of the building that didn't see shit, and he's gonna know exactly what got taken from Gucci and the exact value? Or do y'all think Gucci was standing there whispering to his security, telling him what to tell the police so he wouldn't be considered a rat? All in all, it's looking bad for everyone in this situation. Gucci told Pooh Shiesty them face.
See, y'all niggas, bro, this shit is like a real problem in the world. It's looking bad for Gucci because he told the police some shit in a robbery case? How is that looking bad? Hey, y'all niggas, boy. Hey, y'all some different type niggas, gang.
And crazily enough, none of the evidence has been recovered. No guns, no jewelry, nothing. On top of that, apparently nothing has been found on video. So this whole case is built on statements, meaning Gucci and his team will have to see this through and fully cooperate to get justice. Now again, this paperwork is aligning with the federal paperwork saying Gucci cooperated, and it's destroying the false narrative that people put out there of Gucci didn't say nothing, his off-duty security officer, police, whatever, is the one that said everything. I mean, it's complete bullshit. And the funny thing is, the people saying it Gucci don't even know y'all. Y'all are just saying it because y'all can't believe it, because y'all don't want to accept it, because y'all been listening to Gucci for so goddamn long, it just hurts y'all's hearts. But the paperwork is the paperwork. Gucci.
It hurts your heart that Gucci Mane turned his life around and became a good businessman, a law-abiding citizen, a husband and a wife, and he got robbed and told the police what he got robbed for. So is Boosie a snitch? Because Boosie took his son to court. I mean, not his son. He took his brother to court when his brother robbed him. Is he a snitch too? Is T Grizzly a snitch too? Because somebody broke in his house and he told the police what they stole? Y'all ass is weird, gang. Anybody that cares or looks at Gucci like he a snitch or even gives a fuck about him cooperating with the police, you a weirdo, bro. Congratulations, you're a weirdo.
Gucci identified Pooh Shiesty, told the police everything Pooh Shiesty was wearing, told the police everything that was taken off of him, and the value of what was taken. Now, like I said, at this point in time, no piece of evidence have been recovered. This case is entirely built on statements, but you don't actually need to recover anything to convict somebody. If somebody is willing to say you did something, that's enough to get you convicted. That was enough to get me convicted of armed assault with a firearm. Like that was my charge. There was no evidence. They never found the gun. They did a whole search warrant. They didn't find shit, but somebody went to a grand jury and said I pointed a gun at them and attempted to rob them. And that was enough for me to get charged, and I ended up pleading out in that case. Same shit here.
So why people keep saying, oh, Pooh Shiesty gonna get out? Pooh Shiesty gonna get out.
But Gucci and his team are gonna have to fully cooperate. And because this is a federal case, they're gonna get subpoenaed.
For sure.
They're gonna get subpoenaed, and if they refuse it, they're gonna find themselves in some trouble.
Yeah.
This isn't a situation that you can just make go away.
Yeah.
Statements were already given. This became a Fed case. The feds have investigated, they've indicted, they're deciding not to release any of the suspects, and they're gonna take it all the way. So we're just gonna have to wait and see how this case plays out. But hey, let me know y'all's thoughts and comments.
Let me see what the comments say here.